Howdy everyone, PrairieRanger here, and today in this video we're going to be doing the Super Stock Series challenges in the Pontiac GTO Judge. If you haven't seen the series before, we do 3 challenges in stock muscle cars, a drag race, a oval lap time, and the Detroit Super Special, and then we put them on a leaderboard and compare them. No nitro, no upgrades. Okay, so without further ado, let's go. 3, 2, 1, go. You may see lines here before, that's because I was doing this before, but then it started raining, and I want to give each car a fair shake. This is probably the only competitive... Is it? No way. Pontiacs in this game... Actually, scrap that. The Pontiacs in this game, they're actually pretty good for what they are. They're actually reasonably well-performing vehicles. I can think of the okay, yeah, that's that challenge. You'll see on screen when it's the point. So if we compare some of the cars, like the Pontiac kit car, the Firebird, Trans Am, or whatever it is, Firebird, I think it is. It's actually a reasonably competitive car. And this is, well, not as competitive because it only has 4 gears. But Pontiacs in this game are pretty good. I wish they'd add the Solstice. That thing's great. Okay, so 3, 2, 1, go. So, we do 1 lap as pretty much just getting us up to speed, and then the second lap is the actual real competitive lap. So this is the point. Yeah, right here. The kit car is actually pretty competitive, in my opinion. Other people probably wouldn't agree, but it's actually a really good muscle car in this game because unlike some of the other ones, like the Dodge Challenger and the Camaro and such, or the Roadrunner, it's actually light, or not light, it actually has good handling, it's nimble, it's not heavy, which is one thing that most of the muscle cars in this game suffer from, being fat and slow, and only being good in a straight line. But the Firebird is a car that really does perform well because it's actually pretty light compared to newer ones and not floaty like old ones. So in my opinion, it's pretty much the best muscle car you can really get in this game. I haven't tried the Shelby GT500 or the Hellcat recently. I don't think I've ever tried the Hellcat in this game now that I think of it. But the old Challenger is definitely a fat pig, basically, when it comes to being a heavy boat and not being nimble. I like the car, don't get me wrong, but the way that they show it performing in games is just not very good. Okay, so we're coming here up to the line. Switch to this camera. And across the line. So, there's only one challenge left, and that's the Detroit Super Special. Detroit Special. It's not the Super Special. I'm not sure if I said that at the start of the video. It's the Super Stock series. because they're stock. That's why it's called the Super Stock Series. Okay, so we start off with a boost of nitro, and then go from there. This car has good nitro, from what I've seen. It's quite a good performing car. It doesn't seem to be as tight as the Corvette, or even the Camaro, but it is fast. And if you leave the car stock, you can actually do a wheelie, which we'll show as soon as we're done here. It seems to be a little bouncier than the Mustang that we tried 2 videos ago, and yeah, not as clamped down as the Corvette, but it is no slouch. Let's see. I'm not sure if I have the car restored to stock, the tuning menu, but we'll see. I'm pretty sure it is. Otherwise. Okay, we're coming up to here. Number one problem with muscle cars and old muscle cars in games is because they only have 4 gears, they're leaving a lot of performance on the table. Whereas new cars, they have good gearing systems. Like, if this car had, I don't know, 6 gears, it would probably be a lot better. Like, muscle cars actually have a reasonable amount of horsepower. This probably has around 300 to 400 horsepower, which may not sound like a lot for a car, for a sports car, like a muscle car. Especially when you have well over 700 horsepower in a lot of muscle cars nowadays from the factory. But for the time period, they were some of the most powerful cars made. It's hard to not like this car. .310, 311, 312, 313, 314, 315, 316, 317. That might be a new record. I'll have to look into it, but that seemed really fast. So yeah, alright. Now, we're going to, I'll show you the little trick. Okay, I'll show you the little trick that we have on this car. If we brake and accelerate, we can kind of do wheelies. Which is pretty cool. And now, I'm just going to check to see I have the stock. Yep, looks like it. So in all, yeah, 366 horsepower. 325, 390, 425, 360, 425, and so on and so forth. So as you can tell, these cars, yeah, and also the suspension has a big big impact on how good these cars are. If you could swap one out with a modern suspension, it would probably be pretty darn quick. And then, I don't know, maybe put some carbon fiber on the car, replace some of the heavy bits, you could probably make a reasonably fast car. But yeah, that's been this video, and we have one of the coolest muscle cars in the crew too. I wish they'd add the GTO from, like, the big boy from the one that they use in Pro Street, because that car, despite not being in a lot of racing games, is one of the coolest GTOs in my opinion. I would like to see more 80s muscle cars, maybe some 70s ones. I'd like to see a Javelin. As I said before, the Javelin is just such a cool car. And since it's owned by Chrysler, I'm sure it wouldn't be too hard to get the rights to use it in the game. So yeah, that's been this video. If you did enjoy this video, consider grilling that like button, and subscribe if you wish. And this has been PrairieRanger. Over and out.